Hello students, welcome to second lecture of polymers. So in last lecture we discussed about first polymerization reaction, which is addition polymerization or chain growth polymerization. So now we will discuss about the second type of polymerization reaction. It is condensation reaction. So in condensation or step growth polymerization reaction, generally this type of reaction will take place between bifunctional or trifunctional monomeric units. That means it contains more than one type of functional groups, and we will see this type of example in this topic. So during this polycondensation reaction, it may be release some simpler molecules like water, alcohol, hydrogen, chloride, etc. And then two different monomeric units will combine with each other with the loss of these type of smaller molecules, and chain will grow, and eventually it will reach at certain level, and then we can stop the reaction. So during this reaction, if we are using a bifunctional monomeric unit, then each new species formed during the polymerization is again bifunctional, and that's why it can repeat the reaction. And since each step produces distinct functionalized species and is independent of each other, this process is also called step growth polymerization. The formation of pteryline or dacron by the interaction of ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid is example of this type of polymerization. So let us discuss one of these reactions. So here a reaction between ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid is mentioned. So as we can see, we have two different alcoholic groups in ethylene glycol. On both hands we have OH groups in ethylene glycol, whereas in terephthalic acid we have COOH groups, two COOH groups. So that means both of them contains two different functional groups. That's why they are bifunctional. So when this type of molecules combines with each other, they will lose some simple molecules. So let us try to find which type of molecules will be released during this reaction. And in final product, as we can see here, when these two reactive groups combines with each other, it will end up in COO group. Okay, so let us try to find what is going on between these two different functional groups. So we have reaction between alcoholic group and carboxylic acidic group. So when these two groups combines, as we seen, it will end up in COOH group like this. Okay, so this part belongs to this alcoholic molecule, and this second part belongs to this carboxylic molecule. So during this reaction, as we can see, one of the reactive group will release H, and the second reactive group will release OH. That means during this reaction, water molecule will be removed, and two different molecules will combine with each other, and final product during the first step, final product will have two functional groups again. So as we can see here, we have two different molecules. First molecule is bifunctional, it contains two alcoholic group. Second molecule is also bifunctional, it contains two carboxylic acidic group. So both of them will release water molecule, and it will end up something like this. Okay, so as we can see here, one oxygen will be present. So as we can see, these type of functional group containing new product will be obtained. It contains, at the one end it contains carboxylic acidic group, on the other hand it contains alcoholic group. Okay, so this type of molecule will be generated, and some of the simpler molecules will be removed during the condensation reaction. So now let us move on some important condensation polymers. So it has some categories in it. So first category is polyamide. So as the name suggests, poly, that means many, and it contains amide groups. So this type of polymers are obtained from the combination of amino, that means NH2 group containing compounds or monomers, with dicarboxylic acid containing groups, that means COOH. So when NH2 and COOH will combine with each other, they will release water molecule and NHCO or CONH bond will form. That means amide bond will form during this condensation reaction. So this type of products are obtained from the condensation of amino acids or their lactams. Now lactams are amine compounds in cyclic amine compounds in which nitrogen is connected with carbon. So let us move on some specific examples. So first example is nylons. So nylon word is derived from two different cities, New York and London. Okay, so there some parts are used in the combination of word New York, London, it gives nylon. So first compound is nylon 6,6. So as the name suggests, it will have two different carbon chains in it. First compound contains 6 carbon chains, second compound contains 6 carbon chain. That's why it is called nylon 6,6. So let us discuss it. So first of all, we need two different molecules. As we can see, in first molecule we have carboxylic acid reactive group. In second molecule we have amine as a reactive group, and both of them are bifunctional. So when they combine with each other at 553 Kelvin temperature and high pressure, they will form amide bonds, which you can see in this reaction. So let us discuss this reaction, how it is obtained. So here we have adipic acid molecule and hexamethylidine diamine compound. So when these two compound combines with each other, carboxylic acid molecule will release OH group and amine group will release one hydrogen. So that means it will release one H2O molecule, and you will end up in at the one of the end carboxylic acid group will still remain at its position, and on the second hand NH2 group will remain at its position like this. Okay, and you will get a molecule which contains two functional group again. One of the functional group is COOH and second one is NH2 at the other hand. So this is dimer. This is called dimer. When two monomer combines with each other, you will get dimer and one H2O molecule will be removed. So this type of process will repeat itself and eventually you will get polymer. Now this is called nylon 6,6 because of a reason. It contains two different carbon chains and both of them contains 6 carbon in each. As we can see, let us find first 6-membered ring. So one carbon is present here as a functional group. Then we have 4 carbons in a chain and 1 carbon as a member of amide group. Okay, so we have 6 continuous carbon chain here. On the other hand, now carbons are separated with nitrogen and then we have 6 carbon chain straight. Okay, so again 6 carbons, so that's why it is called nylon 6,6. Now nylon 6,6 is a fiber forming solid, so it possesses high tensile strength. That means we can stretch it to some extreme strength. So these characteristics can be attributed to the strong intermolecular forces like hydrogen bonding. These strong forces also lead to close packing of chain and thus impart crystalline nature. So nylon 6,6 is used in making sheets, bristles and the bristles for the brushes and textile industries. So because of hydrogen bonding, chain will twist, and that's why it contains some stretchability as well. Now next compound is nylon 6. So nylon 6 is formed from caprolactam, and when we heat caprolactam at 533 to 543 Kelvin temperature with water, so it will end up in nylon 6. So as the name suggests, it contains only one 6-membered carbon chain and it will repeat during the whole polymer. So as we can see here, we have circular or cyclic structure of a polyamide amide compound which contains CONH reactive group. So what will happen during this reaction? Let us discuss it.
So this is a caprolactam molecule, and when we heat it, bond will break from here and chain will open. So at the one end you will get an H group, then you will get 6 carbon containing chain, in which 5 carbons are present as CH2 group and 1 will be presented as CO group, and this type of continuous chain will obtain. During this reaction nothing will be removed. Here you have to note that in this reaction no simpler molecules like water molecule will be released, because we are breaking chain, and it is directly being connected with same type of molecule, and you will get a 6 carbon chain repetition. Okay, 5 as a CH2, 1 as a CO, so that's why it is called nylon 6.
Now next category is polyester. So as the name suggests, it contains multiple ester groups, and to form ester group we need carboxylic and alcoholic groups. So that means this type of polyesters can be obtained from dicarboxylic acids and diols. We already discussed about this type of example in previous point, dacron or terylene, so no need to repeat it again, but some basic details are mentioned for this type of compound. So let us move on next example. So phenol formaldehyde polymer, bakelite or related polymer. So it contains a group of polymer, and we can repeat polymerization reaction. First of all, you will get one type of polymer, then you can again use that polymer in further polymerization reaction, and you will end up in more complex, larger polymer molecule. So let us discuss. The phenol formaldehyde polymers are oldest synthetic polymers. These are obtained by the condensation reaction of phenol with formaldehyde in the presence of ether or acids or a base catalyst. So reactions start with initial formation of ortho and or para hydroxy methyl phenol derivatives, which further react with phenol to form compound having rings joined to each other through CH2 group. The initial product would be a linear product and novolac used in paint. So first of all, you will get these type of molecule from phenol and formaldehyde. So as you can see, we have one phenol molecule and formaldehyde molecule HCHO. So in presence of acid or base, these two will combine with each other. So how it will combine? Let us discuss it. So here you can see at this ortho position one hydrogen will be present, so this hydrogen will be removed from that location, and our aldehyde contains HCHO structure, so it will break double bond with oxygen. Okay, so one bond will break from here, so released hydrogen from phenol will combine with oxygen, and carbon will combine at the ortho position of benzene ring or phenyl ring. So you will get this type of intermediate molecule, and it also will gives us some other products, as we can see here. That means ortho product or a mono substituted product, di substituted product, or tri substituted product. All of them are possible. Now we will use this mono substituted product for second step reaction. So in this second step reaction, our molecule will again participate in same type of reaction. So first molecule will release OH group, second molecule will release hydrogen present at here. Okay, so water molecule will be removed during this reaction, and you will get a straight chain of novolac. Okay, so straight chain of novolac will be obtained. Let us discuss it in detail.
So here we have our reactants. So it contains hydrogen here and here, all the other carbons will have hydrogens, but no need to mention it for our reaction. So first molecule will release OH group from here, and second molecule will release hydrogen from here, and then this carbon will combine with ring member carbon of the second molecule, and you will get this type of product. Okay, it will be in dimer form, and they are connected with CH2 linkage. Okay, and you will get this type of initial product which contains CH2OH group as we had here, and one hydrogen will be presented here as we had here. So it can further participate in next step reaction, and from this dimer with one monomer you will get a trimer. Okay, so this type of reaction will repeat itself. Two monomers will give us dimer, dimer plus monomer will give us trimer, and so on. And finally, eventually this type of process will lead us in the formation of polymers.
Now Novalec is a linear compound, and we can further use it to form more complex polymers. So when we heat Novalec with formaldehyde, it undergoes cross-linking to form infusible solid mass called bakelite. So bakelite is a thermosetting polymer which cannot be reused or remolded. Thus bakelite is formed by cross-linking of linear chains of polymer Novalec. So we are using polymer to create another polymer in this case. So bakelite is used for making combs, phonographs, records, electrical switches, handles and various utensils because it has comparatively more strength. So let us discuss structure of bakelite. So as we can see here we have structure of bakelite which contains Novalec chains, and Novalec chains are connected with each other with formaldehyde molecule. So this portion belongs to formaldehyde. That means from the top chain hydrogen will be removed from here, from the bottom chain one more hydrogen will be removed, and then two hydrogens are removed. That means H2 will be removed from top chain cycle and bottom cycle, and formaldehyde molecule which contains CH2O, that means HCHO, it will release oxygen, double bonded oxygen. So H2O will be removed when two Novalec chains are connected with the help of formaldehyde molecule, and CH2 will be present in between. That means top and bottom cycles are connected via CH2 groups. Okay, so that's how you will get bakelite.
So next one is melamine formaldehyde polymer. So in this case, melamine and formaldehyde in first step they will combine with each other by rearrangement. So let us talk about this group NH2 and formaldehyde for a first step. So this is our NH2 group, and this will be formaldehyde molecule. So formaldehyde will break its double bond with oxygen. So one of the double bond will break. That means carbon needs one bond formation, oxygen needs one bond formation. Nitrogen will break its bond with one of the hydrogen. So hydrogen will be removed. So nitrogen needs one bond, and removed hydrogen also need to connect with someone. So hydrogen will combine with oxygen and nitrogen will combine with carbon. So you will get this type of intermediate compound. So in first step you will get this type of intermediate. Now this type of intermediate molecule will behave as a monomer for second step reaction, and same type of molecule will combine with each other continuously. From one side, as we can see, it contains alcoholic group, so it will release OH part, and from other side it will release hydrogen from NH2. That means it will release H2O molecule, and this type of molecule will combine with each other continuously, and it will release OH group from here and one of the hydrogen from here. So that means it will end up in this type of polymeric unit. and you will get a large sized polymer of novalag and formaldehyde.
And because of good strength, this melamine polymer is used to produce unbreakable groceries.